What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, oh my goodness. So, yeah, here it is, guys. We have our, we've got our receiver in. We've got our two 4S 5000s in there. We have our cool little connector that we got from RC Jetworks. So, yeah. This is the first time I'm going to be starting it up on 8's. I was doing all the testing on a 6S. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to calibrate this ESC. I'm not sure if it's already done or if it needs to be done. All I know is that I do know how to do it. It's not like your ordinary average ESC, you guys. This 150 amp Fly Fun ESC or Fun Fly Fun ESC, it is a bit different to calibrate than most ESCs. Most ESCs, you would just put your throttle position all the way maxed out. You would turn the aircraft on, or you would plug the aircraft in, and then you would wait for the beep. Once it made the beep, then you would put your throttle position all the way to the lowest position. Unfortunately, that's not the way it works with this particular ESC. You have to wait for a series of beeps. You have to let it go into test mode, calibration mode, or whatever they call it there. And you actually have to listen for a set series of beeps. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So I think it's 5 short and 2 long, or it's either 5 short and 3 long. I'm not sure. I'll have to rewatch the video. Other than that, I have already reprogrammed the ESC for Outrunner instead of the Inrunner that has been coming with these 8S setups, these Fly Funs. So it has been set up for the Outrunner. I got those 8S packs pushed pretty far back, you guys, because, well, the heavier the packs, the further you want them back. The lighter the packs, the further you can move them forward. So, it's balancing right now. It's CGing perfect right where it's at. So, hold on, guys. I'm going to pause the video and fire this thing up. Hopefully, I don't blow shit up, pop batteries, catch the house on fire. So, if we're back in a few seconds here, then that means we did all right. We didn't screw the pooch. All right, guys, be right back. All right, guys. So finally, we have everything situated. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. I got my throws put in. I got my Expo put in. I don't know what was going on with it, but for some reason, the gyro that I used came unplugged on the ailerons, and I was like, it's not working, something's wrong. Well, it was just that it came unplugged. So I pulled everything out, saw that it was unplugged. And the reason it came unplugged is because I mounted the gyro on top of that little blue box that's inside of here, and I believe it's for the landing gear. It's the landing gear sequencer or something that's in there. But they only have that double-sided taped, and it kept falling off. It kept coming undone. So I just put the Velcro right to the plane itself, right to the bottom of the plane itself. And I got that stupid box pushed out of the way. But yeah, guys, I don't have this nose cone screwed on, but we are going to take this outside real quick, and we're going to go do a rev test. I'm hoping that I got it calibrated. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. This thing, I'm just going to say, guys, with that JP fan in there, this thing is actually pretty heavy, you guys. I'm really, really hoping and praying to God that she can handle it, because it is quite heavy. All right, Kyle, I'm going to put the nose down like this, and I'm going to grab the exhaust manifold. All right, let's go. Oh my goodness, wow, 8S worth of batteries. Oh wow, what a beauty. She's heavy, you guys. She's heavy. Whoa! Holy smoke! Did you hear that, Kyle? Did you hear that JP fan? That thing was beautiful sounding. All right. I'm just gonna taxi it around a bit, guys. Make sure that, well, you know the drill. Is that backwards, really? Is my rudder backwards? It is backwards. Hold on, Kyle. Jesus Christ, every single one. That's left, that's right. Okay, all right, here we go. Jesus. It's got a really wide turning radius. That cone's coming off of it. I haven't screwed the nose cone on yet, guys. Wow, what is going on with this steering? It doesn't have a lot of throw. I mean, look at that. That's maxed over. That's maxed out. All right, guys, time for the rev test. Here we go. This is gonna sound, oh man. I'm not gonna try to brown it out. I mean, I'm not gonna try to kill it, you guys, but I do want to know what it's gonna give me. And that's not calibrated. Look at that. Look. Watch this. Watch how I move it up. Look, that's not calibrated. Look at that. I'm moving it. Look, it's almost a third of the way up, or a quarter of the way up. No, that's not calibrated. Oh my goodness. Check on those batteries, see how they feel. Nice and cool. They're not even warm at all. So yeah, guys, that's the way I did mine. I set mine up with the two 4, like we did the unbox on it yesterday, so you guys know. I did the two 4S batteries, and I got this this little connector here that I have here. I got this from RC Jetworks. I bought it when I bought the JP fan because I was going to need one for the 8's fan, but. So for right now, guys, we have to go calibrate this ESC. Once we calibrate it, we'll bring it back out. I'll go ahead and top those batteries off. We'll calibrate the ESC before I top the batteries off, and then we'll come back out and we'll see, because that's just, I just know, I know what the Raptor 8's system is giving me, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nothing to shake a stick at. I mean, it's 8's, but the throttle needs to be calibrated completely. All right, guys, I'm gonna bring this bad boy inside, and we're gonna get this ESC calibrated, and then we'll bring her back out. Other than that, the only thing that I have to do is I have to take the wing sections off again, because what I did on the JP fan, there's a lip. There's a ring on the front of that fan, and it's got a lip. And what I wanted to do is I put the fan in there, and I put the wings on there as tight as I could, so it would leave an indent in the wings. So what I'll do is I'll take the wings off and then I'll carve that out, and then it'll set in a lot easier. But I didn't have to do really anything to put that JP fan in. It fit like a glove. But yeah, that's basically all I have to do, and then we can go fly this thing. I already have my rates put in. I already got my expo and my throws put in. So I got high rates. That's my highs, which are ridiculously high. And then I got my medium rates. And then I got my flats. Look at these. They're like barn doors, man. Look at that. I'm gonna have to fix those because that's ridiculous. That's too much. That's too much. I would actually like them there for takeoff and just a little bit more for landing. Look at the barn doors, man. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. But yeah, guys, that's it. We're gonna bring her in real quick, get that ESC calibrated, and then we'll come back out and we'll see if things have changed. Okay, so I see you guys. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that my phone will stay up here. Well, looks all right. See that right there, guys? You see that plane right there? That's the scheme that they should have went with the Albatros. They should have put the Top Gun scheme on it instead of that Soviet scheme on it. Oh, I've seen a lot of those L39s. I've seen a lot of them so far. Just people putting their own paint jobs on them. So, I mean, it's the perfect plane to do it to. But I've seen a lot of people putting that particular livery on their L39s. Just in my opinion, I think that they should have done something a little bit more unique. If you actually go on Google and look up the actual paint scheme on the Top Gun L39, that would have been an awesome. I would have bought a new L39 if they did that paint scheme. This is my own throw on the Top Gun L39. This is actually not the actual paint scheme that's on the Top Gun L39. I have the Top Gun markings on it, but I put my own paint scheme on it. The actual paint scheme, the actual Top Gun L39, the paint scheme on that, it's a digital camo, kind of like what's on the new E-Flight Viper. I think, is it the E-Flight? Is it an E-Flight Viper? Yeah, whatever. The new E-Flight Viper that's out. I think that's what it is. It's E-Flight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's E-Flight. But it's digital camo, kind of like that. And it looks sweet. It looks really good. I just thought, you know, if they're gonna take the time to start doing another paint scheme for the L39, that one's played out kind of. I've seen quite a few L39s out there with not the exact paint scheme, but something very similar to that. I don't know. I would have done something different. Not to mention, I'm not a big fan of green and yellow together on a plane. That's a Soviet thing, and I'm too American for that. I'm too American for that. All right, guys. So as you can see, we have the Stinger 90 in front of us, and you guys are probably wondering, well, did you get it going? Well, that's what I spent all day doing, guys. And trust me, there is zero program guide manual out there for this ESC that's in this plane. I was lucky enough to find a guy on YouTube who had already done the painstaking task of figuring out the beeps and stuff. So the first thing that I had to do, probably the easiest step too, is to reset the ESC back to factory settings. So I did that. Step number 2. Now this one's a hard one, because if you don't do step number 1 right, you can't do step number 2. You have to change. Now, this is also because of my good buddy Victor Shameless. I never even would have thought to do this had it not been for Victor Shameless. So, huge thumbs up and a huge shout out to Victor Shameless, because I could have, in fact, destroyed either the ESC or the motor in this thing. And as you guys all know, this is a fairly expensive JP, 90mm JP 8's fan that's in this thing. So it's not your ordinary run-of-the-mill fan. This is a very precise and, you know, balanced, beautiful fan. It's a work of art. You have to change. These 8's ESCs are programmed to run an outrun or an in-runner. So all of the 8's systems that Motion RC is using right now, these ESCs are running an in-runner. Okay, guys? As you all know, or don't know by this time, by now, the JP fan, the 8's JP fan that I have, is a 1400 kV outrunner. So therefore, you have to change the setting in the ESC from in-runner to outrunner. It may seem like something minuscule, something that probably wouldn't hurt either way, right? Well, it does. Because the ESC recognizes that it's an in-runner or an outrunner. Well, in-runners and outrunners, they receive power and distribute power differently, you guys. So if it's programmed for an in-runner and you have an outrunner in here, well, that probably wouldn't be so bad. The problem would come, really, if you had it programmed for an outrunner and you had an in-runner in this plane. That would really cause the damage, because in-runners draw less power and evenly distribute their power more efficient. So basically, the ESC would be telling the in-runner that it's an outrunner. It would think that it's an outrunner, and it would be supplying too much power to that in-runner, and it would probably fry the motor. Or it would cause a brownout or something. I don't know. So that's step 2. Done. In the books. And I'm a little agitated, you guys, because as I was working on it today, I dung her up, you know, quite a bit. I'm a little agitated about that. She's got little dings all over the intakes here, and it just pisses me off, because this plane hasn't even been flown yet, and it's already got, you know, and it's just from like my nail hitting it, or, you know, foam is foam. It is what it is, you know. It's foam. So I mean, if I take my nail and go like that, there's a mark there now, you know. So the slightest little touch. But this plane is going to be getting a nice coat of that hobby coat. So that'll harden the outside of it up, so we don't have those little things happening anymore. Okay, so step 3, you guys. Step 3, it sounds simple enough, but without doing step 1 and step 2, you can't do step 3, okay? That's calibrate the ESC. Now, typically on most planes, it's just as simple as putting the throttle up, turning the radio on, or you put the throttle up on the radio, then turn the radio on. Then it's going to give you a warning that your throttle's up. You go down, up. That's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it that way. You could actually just turn the radio on and then move the throttle up. But for some reason, I don't know. I've always done it that way, where I put the throttle up, and then it'll say throttle cut, throttle warning, throttle warning. So I'll put it down and then go back up again. And in my mind, that's just basically my way of thinking that the radio knows that the position of the throttle is down and then back up to max again. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you guys. I don't even know if it's a thing. But it's just one little extra step that I throw in there just to ensure that it's being done correctly. So now with this thing, it's not as simple as just putting the throttle up, plugging in the plane, And then when you hear the beeps, there's actually a series of beeps that you have to listen to. And they're quite extensive. You have to go 5 beeps, then you'll start getting long beeps. Now you're in test mode or configuration mode or whatever. So you have to go 5 normal beeps. So it'll go beep, 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 and then you'll go all the way to 5 with that, and then you'll start getting these long beeps where they'll go beep, and then it'll go beep, beep, beep. So now, once that goes to 3, and then you hear 3 beeps, like, so you hear 3 long beeps, beep, 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 like that. That is your indication to put the throttle down. Then you'll hear it count off the cells for the battery, and now your throttle is calibrated. So, all day I've been monkeying around with this thing, trying to find a video of some type of a manual or some type of an instructional video on this ESC manual, because the ESC didn't come with a manual, and the 8's versions that you get through Motion RC, the manuals of the plane, there's nothing about the 8's system in there. There's no manual for the ESC. Motion RC doesn't even have a manual for this ESC, you guys. So there is a manual, but it's an online manual, and it's pretty confusing, to say the least. I mean, it's just a bunch of long dashes and beeps and this, that, and you have to be in this mode and this mode. It's very confusing. I am really, really thankful that I found a guy that had a video out that was kind of doing the same thing that I was doing. The only difference is that I had to change this ESC from recognizing it as an in-runner to an out-runner. He didn't have to do that. All he had to do was reset it to factory settings and then calibrate his ESC or speed controller to his throttle. So it's done, you guys. It's officially done. I'm going to pick up the camera now. I'm going to give you guys a walk around. I'm going to show you inside. I'm going to turn the radio on. I'm going to plug this son of a bitch in. We're going to go to the back of the plane, and we're going to see that JP fan spin up on 8's. Boy. And then I'm going to bed, guys, because I'm freaking tired. Tired. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this pretty girl, you guys. All right, so I'm running 2 5,000 packs. By the way, guys, these new 5,000s, RC Informer, I was watching his video, and I was looking at his packs that he was putting in his F4 Phantom, and I was like, those 4S 5,000s look super thin. They look way thinner than the old ones. The old ones were a perfect square. They are, guys. They are super thin. And they fit in there without having to mess with that strap at all. I didn't have to change the whole position or nothing, you guys. So I got this cool little adapter thing here from RC Jetworks. And basically, these batteries are running in series. So me and Skip were talking about it one day. Is it better to just have them plugged in directly, or is it better to run them in series? Well, me and Skip thought, well, I think running them in series would probably work a little better. So that's what I did. I bought the connector so that I could run them in series like this. I'll give you guys a look from the backside. Still working on that 262 down there too, you guys. It's almost done. It's almost done. Got a little bit more sanding to do. Get over here, and we're gonna look. There's that nice 8's JP fan from RC Jetworks. You guys, this thing sounds amazing. Before I calibrated the ESC, me and Kyle took it out earlier out in the road to go taxi it around. I just wanted to make sure that everything was what it was supposed to be. And I'm glad I did it too, because my rudder and my steerable nose gear was backwards. And that's awful. to take off with something backwards. I've done it plenty of times, you guys, and it sucks. First flight on my A10 Warthog, my big twin 80mm Warthog, the second flight on that thing, I was at the AMA club, and I took off and my ailerons were backwards. I ended up turning it and landing it, and you know, with no, you know, minimal damage. It just scratched up the bottom because it went in the bushes a little bit. But I tell you what, man, there's nothing worse than taking off and your ailerons are backwards. Ain't that right, Ryan? The second time it happened was with my Dynam Tempest, and let me tell you something, guys. By this time, I had figured out the exact number of buttons to push and what buttons to push on the radio to reverse the ailerons without looking at the radio. And I'll be damned if you watch that video. I was flying the Dynam Tempest with makeshift skis in the snow, and you'll hear me, oh shit, what's the matter? Ailerons are backwards. And you'll hear me clicking through the radio. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, there we go. And I actually fixed it on the fly, because I know exactly what buttons to push on that radio to get to where I need to get to and I even know how many to push down. You know, it's ailerons are the first one. So you got ailerons, then elevator. So it's actually the first one. So all you have to do is hit enter, and then hit left, or hit the button one more time and then hit enter again, and they're switched. So it's basically enter. It's actually quite easy, to be honest with you. But I shouldn't fire this up right now because everybody's trying to go to sleep. But that just wouldn't be fair for me to do that to you guys. So let's do this real quick, and then we're gonna shut it down, and we're gonna go run and hide. Hold on, guys. Be right back. All right, you guys. So there she is. She's all plugged in now. I'll show you real quick how we do this. Hold on one second, guys. All right, so real quick, guys. This is where she CG'd. Those batteries are right back to the wall, right back flush almost. And then what you have to do, guys, is your plug wire, you have to tuck it in the side here. I left it out a little bit so that I can show you where I'm tucking it. But that's it. That's all you got to do. And then these ones, you actually just stack them on top of one another, inverted, and then stuff them down in there in the side. And that's it, guys. I'll put the hatch on, and you'll see right here, hatch. It's glove. It's like a glove, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna set this down for a second real quick. We're gonna pull the gear down. We're gonna go set this thing in the kitchen. We're gonna turn the lights off, and we're gonna look at this bad boy real quickly. So let's throw the gear down. I did notice that this JP fan, and using the 8's system in this, has added a decent amount of weight to this plane. And I'm really hoping that it's not a big deal. I'm really praying that it's not too big of a deal. But all right, guys. So for glamour-shotic purposes, for photography purposes, videography purposes, we're killing these lights, homies. Look at this thing, you guys. Look at this thing. Let me clean my screen off. It's kind of dirty. Oh, wow. I wish she had more lights on her. Look at that. Look at it. You can see the fan back in there, boy. Boy. I honestly believe that the 8's JP fan was put on this planet and designed for this plane. I don't know. I don't know why I feel that way. But So real quick, guys, and I mean real quick because everybody in the freaking house is going to sleep, and I know that you guys will understand. But I'm gonna put that nose cone in there real quick. We're gonna put our bag here. All right, and now I'm gonna turn the lights back on real quick because I have some things I wanted to show you. We got elevator working, ailerons. We got flaps. Obviously, those barn doors. Look at those. Those are like legit barn doors, man. They are 90 degrees. Obviously, we'll fix that. I do like these, like right here for a takeoff. But here, guys, this is what you guys have been waiting for. And I'm gonna take it out tomorrow, and I'm gonna give you guys a better run up. But for now. That's it, guys. I mean, literally, that's really all I could do for right now. But, I mean, it just sounds so nice. Like it's meant to be in there, you guys. I swear to God. Like it's meant to be in this plane. It's crazy. All right, guys. So, I'll go ahead and merge these videos up real quick. Mary Boozer, I still haven't heard anything from Papa yet. I hope he's still gonna give me a jingle when he gets here. You know, he actually may have called earlier, and I missed the phone call. So I'm gonna listen to my messages actually because I'm quite sure that could have possibly have been him. It's a 5 something number, like 5 something or 525 or something like that. Shit, hopefully that wasn't him. But anyways, guys, there you go, guys. The 8's Stinger 90, all done. Ready to go for its maiden flight. With a 90mm 8's JP fan. This one's been a lot of fun. This project has been a lot of fun. And every one of you guys on the channel have been with me every step of the way through it. You guys were there the day I bought the fan, and we didn't even have a plane to put the fan in yet, but we bought the 8's fan, and then we decided to put it in this 90mm Stinger. You guys were there for the unbox for that. And you guys know I appreciate you. So that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get her unplugged, get these gear up, get her unplugged, put her back in there. And I don't see any reason why we can't go take this thing out tomorrow and maiden it. I'm kind of hoping that Papa Boozer's somewhere around the area. That way he can get some footage of it himself and take it back and put it on the Boozer's channel. But that's it, guys. I'm Dave. A tired Dave. Dave's RC. 90mm Stinger, 8's system, JP fan, RC Jetworks. Get yours today. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.